I'm sure you've heard the news, Sherlock Holmes. The name alone conjures images of a brilliant detective, pipe in hand, meticulously piecing together clues. He is a cultural icon, a symbol of logic and deduction. But what is it about this fictional detective created over a century ago that continues to captivate us? Sherlock Holmes' enduring appeal lies in his extraordinary mind. He is a master of observation, able to glean meaning from the smallest details. His deductions, often delivered with dramatic flair, leave us astounded. He represents the triumph of reason over chaos, of order over mystery. Holmes's world, shrouded in Victorian London's fog, is also alluring. The gaslight streets, hansom cabs and bustling markets create a captivating backdrop for his adventures. This historical setting, combined with elements of suspense and the supernatural, adds to the story's intrigue. Even today, Sherlock Holmes remains relevant. His methods of deduction, emphasizing careful observation and logical reasoning, are still applicable. He teaches us the power of paying attention, of thinking critically, and of never dismissing the seemingly insignificant. To truly understand the legendary detective Sherlock Holmes, we must delve into the life and mind of his brilliant creator, Arthur Conan Doyle. Born in the vibrant city of Edinburgh, Scotland in 1859, Doyle was a physician by training. His early years were marked by a rigorous education, which laid the foundation for his analytical mind. However, despite his medical career, Doyle's true passion lay in the art of storytelling. From a young age, he was captivated by the power of narrative and the ability to weave intricate tales that could transport readers to different worlds. Doyle's medical background heavily influenced his writing, providing him with a unique perspective on human behavior and the intricacies of the human mind. This knowledge became a cornerstone in the creation of his most famous character. His creation of Sherlock Holmes, a character who relied on keen observation and sharp deduction, was inspired by one of his medical professors, Dr. Joseph Bell. Bell's remarkable ability to diagnose patients based on minute details left a lasting impression on Doyle. Dr. Bell was renowned for his almost uncanny ability to diagnose patients with precision, often based on seemingly insignificant clues. This skill set the template for Holmes's own methods.
Doyle published his first Sherlock Holmes story, A Study in Scarlet, in 1887. This novel marked the beginning of a literary journey that would captivate readers for generations. The story introduced the world to the brilliant detective Sherlock Holmes and his loyal companion, Dr. John Watson. Their partnership became one of the most iconic duos in literary history. The success of A Study in Scarlet led to a series of short stories and novels, each one further cementing Sherlock Holmes' place in literary history. Readers eagerly awaited each new adventure, fascinated by Holmes' intellect and the intricate mysteries he solved. Interestingly, while Doyle achieved immense fame and fortune through Sherlock Holmes, he grew increasingly weary of his creation. The character's popularity overshadowed his other works, leading to a complex relationship between author and creation. In a dramatic move, Doyle attempted to kill off Holmes in The Final Problem, hoping to focus on other literary pursuits. However, the public outcry was so intense that he was compelled to resurrect the detective years later, much to the delight of his fans. This love-hate relationship between Doyle and Holmes adds another layer of intrigue to the Sherlock Holmes phenomenon. It highlights the complexities of creative genius and the enduring impact of a character who continues to captivate audiences to this day.
Sherlock Holmes's cases are as captivating as the detective himself. His adventures have intrigued readers for generations, drawing them into a world of mystery and intellect. Each story presents a unique puzzle, challenging Holmes's intellect and captivating readers. The complexity of these puzzles often leaves readers in awe of Holmes's unparalleled deductive skills. Here are three of his most famous cases, each showcasing different aspects of his genius and the diverse challenges he faces.
1. A Scandal in Bohemia. This story introduces Irene Adler, the only woman who ever outwitted Sherlock Holmes. Her cleverness and resourcefulness make her a formidable opponent. Adler, a former opera singer, uses her intelligence and cunning to outmaneuver Holmes, earning his respect and admiration. Her ability to stay one step ahead of Holmes is a testament to her sharp mind and quick thinking. 2. The Hound of the Baskervilles. This chilling tale features a supernatural hound terrorizing the Baskerville family. The eerie atmosphere and the legend of the hound create a sense of dread and suspense. Holmes uses his deductive reasoning and scientific knowledge to unravel the mystery, which is steeped in local folklore and superstition. His methodical approach and attention to detail help him see through the layers of deception. 3. The Adventure of the Speckled Band. This case presents a locked room mystery involving a venomous snake and a sinister stepfather. The tension builds as Holmes pieces together the clues to solve the seemingly impossible crime. Holmes's keen observation and understanding of exotic animals lead him to the culprit, saving the life of a terrified young woman. His ability to connect seemingly unrelated details is what ultimately cracks the case.
These cases, while fictional, showcase the power of observation, deduction, and logical thinking. They serve as a reminder of the importance of critical thinking and the value of a keen mind. They highlight the importance of questioning assumptions and looking beyond the obvious to find the truth. Holmes's adventures encourage us to think deeply and challenge our perceptions, making us better problem solvers in our own lives. Section 4. A Study in Scarlet Fever. Holmes on stage and screen. Sherlock Holmes' popularity extends far beyond the printed page. His adventures have captivated audiences for over a century, making him one of the most enduring characters in literary history. He has been adapted countless times for stage and screen, each interpretation offering a unique take on the iconic detective. These adaptations have allowed Holmes to evolve with the times, reflecting the changing tastes and sensibilities of each new generation.
Stage adaptations of Sherlock Holmes were popular even during Conan Doyle's lifetime. The thrill of seeing Holmes's deductive prowess live on stage was a draw for many theatre-goers. The most famous, Sherlock Holmes, or The Speckled Band, premiered in 1899 and enjoyed a successful run. This play, written by Conan Doyle himself, brought the detective's adventures to life in a way that books alone could not. These early adaptations often emphasized the melodramatic aspects of the stories, featuring elaborate sets and special effects. The visual spectacle was a significant part of the appeal, drawing audiences into the mysterious world of Sherlock Holmes.
Film adaptations of Sherlock Holmes began in the silent era and continue to this day. The transition from stage to screen allowed for even more creative interpretations and brought Holmes to a global audience. From Basil Rathbone's classic portrayal in the 1940s to Robert Downey Jr.'s modern interpretation, each actor brings their own style and interpretation to the role. Rathbone's Holmes was the epitome of the gentleman detective, while Downey's version added a more action-oriented, eccentric flair.
Television adaptations have also been incredibly popular. The serialized format of television allows for deeper exploration of Holmes's character and his relationships with other characters, particularly Dr. Watson. The BBC's Sherlock, starring Benedict Cumberbatch, brought a contemporary edge to the classic stories, while CBS's Elementary offered a modern-day update with Johnny Lee Miller as a recovering addict. These shows not only reimagined Holmes for a new era, but also introduced him to a new generation of fans. These adaptations demonstrate the timeless appeal of Sherlock Holmes and his ability to transcend generations. Whether on stage, in film, or on television, Holmes continues to intrigue and entertain, proving that the great detective's legacy is as enduring as ever. The cultural impact of Sherlock Holmes is undeniable. His influence can be seen in countless other detective stories and characters, and his methods of deduction have even inspired real-life investigative techniques. Fan conventions and memorabilia collections dedicated to Sherlock Holmes further attest to his lasting popularity. Enthusiasts from around the world gather to celebrate the detective, sharing their passion and keeping his spirit alive. As we look to the future, it's clear that Sherlock Holmes will continue to be reinterpreted and reinvented. New adaptations will bring fresh perspectives, ensuring that Holmes remains a relevant and beloved figure for years to come. In conclusion, the enduring legacy of Sherlock Holmes on stage and screen is a testament to the character's universal appeal and the genius of Arthur Conan Doyle. Holmes's place in literary history is secure, and his adventures will undoubtedly continue to captivate audiences for generations to come.
Section 5. Elementary, my dear Watson. The Holmesian Legacy. Sherlock Holmes' influence on detective fiction is undeniable. He is the archetype of the brilliant, eccentric detective, a model for countless characters that followed.
Holmes popularized the use of forensic science in crime fiction. His methods of analyzing fingerprints, footprints, and handwriting influenced real-life investigative techniques. He emphasized the importance of observation and deduction, inspiring generations of readers to sharpen their own analytical skills.
The phrase, elementary, my dear Watson, though never actually uttered by Holmes in the original stories, has become synonymous with the character and the genre. It represents the satisfaction of solving a complex puzzle through logic and reason.
Sherlock Holmes' legacy extends beyond detective fiction. His influence can be seen in popular culture, from television shows like CSI and Criminal Minds to video games like LA Noire. His methods of deduction and problem-solving continue to resonate with audiences, proving that the appeal of a good mystery never fades.